we want to thank everybody for being with us today, and you know, we invited KennyMan and Steve Kellum to come here and speak with us today, and you know, we appreciate y'all coming. We're sitting in Buck Grove store, you know, a lot of history and heritage here, and a lot of memories, and I mean, we would stop by here on our way to Bonniville and everything, and you know, we'd be amiss if we didn't mention that barbecue, and you know, but I mean, it was really good times for me when I was young growing up and coming over here and going to Bonniville and getting baked. But you know, we started sitting down and talking with everybody and just sharing some of those fond memories, you know, because time has brought so much change, and so we're just trying to capture some of that so the young people can see and hear and know, you know, how things were back then. And so I've been doing a series that I call the Old Salt. So we invited you here today as the Old Salt.
Whoa,
So you know, we just want to.
We're old salty, we are.
That's right. But we just want to sit here and have a conversation with you.
You talked about this store. We used to, Steve and myself, we were setting state gill nets up Young River, you know, shad nets, everybody called them.
Right.
We stopped by here in the mornings, we get our coffee and stuff. Buck would have a list. People would come by here that evening, said, I want 2 row shad, I want some of it, you know.
Oh.
We come in the morning, Buck would give me the list, he said, here you go. So anyway, we'd go on up and fish our nets and stuff, and when we come back, we'd stop here and Buck would come up with his boxes.
Yeah.
For to put the fish in, you know.
Right.
That one morning, that was every day.
Yeah, he had them all sold for you.
Yeah, but see, the people would come by, you know, and put the orders in.
Yeah, right.
Well, they didn't only want the fish, they wanted the roe in them.
Yeah, see, my grandma loves some shad roe, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was,
So about what year was that?
nah. That's been so long ago, I can't.
Probably like the 60s or
Yeah,
even
Yeah, it was
earlier.
in the 60s. Yeah, me and him left one morning, and we caught a 5,600 of roe shad.
5,600
Threw the bucks overboard.
Yeah,
Wow.
Could sell the bucks.
Yeah.
Bucks was 3 cents a pound.
yeah,
goodness.
5,600 of roe shad we caught.
That was in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, that was the time to call shad, was in the
Yeah, a
spring.
lot of shad in them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and him back then, we had, between the two of us, and I had my son and had my niece's boyfriend was working with us then. We had 17 stands overboard,
Wow.
17 different,
300 poles.
Yeah. My goodness.
yeah, we,
Y'all were busy.
oh Lord, yeah.
We stuck him 3 times in one spring.
You did?
Yeah, and go in the woods and cut him and haul him out on that shoulder.
Wow.
Yeah. The ice cat all fast we got there.
Yeah.
Well, y'all was out there fishing all morning and then back in the woods all day. Got night.
But we, it was a mini shad to bid at.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, so tell me, I mean, when y'all were growing up, I mean, Waterman, commercial fishing, that was the family business,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So, I mean, the whole community pretty much was relying on, working on the boats and on the
That's right.
water.
Yeah, like I told you a while ago, I started when I was with my daddy when I was about 9 years old, and you know, going crabbing and stuff with him,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I was 12 years old, and you talk about people working. I was culling crabs for my brother and for Elmer Green,
Mm-hmm.
$2 a day,
Yeah, I hear that.
and on Saturdays when you got ready for the pay you off, you know, he give me my $12.
Mm-hmm.
Man, back then, a 12-year-old boy,
They $12.
$12, you was rich as Kentucky.
You was rich, that's right.
That's right. Yeah. I started working with my older brother when I was 12 years old, Holston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you, were you in shallow enough water for you to jump over?
No, I ain't gonna let me get overboard. No,
And
you gonna let me get overboard. No.
when I started haul sanding, I worked with Captain Eddie West.
Mm.
He gave me $5 a haul.
Yeah. Wow.
And I was, you know, I couldn't get overboard.
Mm.
And he would tell me, he says, if we go to the creek and the boat goes out, you get paid
You get $5.
$5 a night, you know, and he
Right.
says, and all I want you to do is just help.
Hey, Lou.
Hey, bud.
He said, all I want you to do is
Not
just
too
help
late?
take the
No,
next
you just in time.
stick, you know.
Excellent. Good to see
And
you.
he says, well, then when you get to the dock, you shovel the fish out. I says, all right.
You gonna take a seat?
Yeah, where you want me to sit at?
Come on over here.
I sit right back there. I sit right here beside.
Nah, you get with them and I'll sit over here.
Okay.
See which one can tell the biggest lie.
All right, go ahead.
Well, look, I'll tell you what I told them, that, we've been interviewing all the old salt, you know.
The old people do.
Cause y'all got all the knowledge and the best memories and, you know, talk about the good old days. And so we're just sitting here having a conversation, you know, and want you to share about what it was like starting out growing up here in Guinea and, you know, the family business and, you
I
know,
understand. Go ahead, Ken. You talk. I mean,
His mama and my daddy were first cousins.
I hear that. That's good.
Yeah, his grandfather and my grandfather were brothers.
Yeah. He kept it in the family.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we're kin, you know, we're kin people.
But like I was telling you, Eddie West told me, he said, I'll give you $5 a night, you know, and he said, then when we get in, he says, I'm gonna, you know, you have to shovel the fish out and stuff. I says, all right. So I know one Friday night, we didn't go that night, so we fished Thursday night, and I was home asleep, and you know, little kid, man,
Yeah.
tired. Mama come in, she says, get up. She says, Eddie and Sue is here. Says he wants to give you money to you. We had caught some fish that week, and I can remember he says, we hauled 3 times this week, didn't we? I said, yeah. I was looking for $15. He gave me a $20 bill. He says, a little tip into it.
That was a good tip then.
Oh, yeah, man.
Look, you can get something for $20 then.
Oh, Lord, yes.
What Eddie's about?
Anyway.
Anyway,
Eddie, where? That's yeah, that's Ann's daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Eddie and Sue.
Was you all sing?
No, I never done that.
You know, then
KennyMan didn't work, except time nets, all singing, gill net. I done a little bit of gill net. I didn't say that very long. I got over that. I can handle that.
you was always traveling.
most of Kenny done was crab pot and drudge.
Okay.
And eel pie.
Eel pot.
Yeah. So you was out there drudging crabs. I was out there drudging.
Was you? What
Yeah.
boat was you on?
Started out on the Jeanette Lawson boat out of Hampton Creek, and then
Yeah.
we got on the Kingfish. My
The
dad-
Janet,
Yeah.
a little boat about 50 feet.
Yeah.
Then the other one was the Kingfish.
Yeah.
I know both of them.
Well, Claudia Holston was my daddy. They called him Pepsi on the radio. So I was out there with him. It's spelled Janet, but in Seaford everybody pronounced it Jeanette.
Oh, okay.
But I mean it was the Janet. But
My
every,
brother-in-law would dredge up for Swede.
yeah, uh-huh.
Swede, right?
Yeah.
I
That's
used
it.
to haul crabs to Swede.
I hear
When he
that.
was in Seafold.
Well, that's who we sold to when we was crab potting. We worked out of Back Creek, but we would tie up at Mills Marina. But we sold to Swede.
And that's been like about 54 years ago.
Yeah.
The year after I got married, I bought an old truck from Morris West, and I hauled them over there to him in that old truck. Bought crabs on the state, dredge crabs on the state dock.
Yeah. I'd see Jesse Haywood coming over there, and I mean, a lot of people.
They come over in the boat.
Yeah. But look, a lot of people complaining today because you can't catch crabs like you used to. You know, I said, well, look. I said, if you could catch them like that, you couldn't get them picked. I said, you're getting more for a bushel. It's fewer bushels, but you're getting more for them. I said, it's almost about the same. But I said, you know, if you could catch that many crabs, there ain't no way you could get all them picked today. So, I mean, they ain't nowhere near the crab houses they used to be.
Yeah, of course they closed them all down.
I know it.
Jimmy Hawk told me with Lou, he remember when he was running Crab River Road, he remembered 32 picking houses on the eastern shore.
Yeah.
32 picking houses.
I remember when,
I bet you ain't never went on there now.
there were 5 on Back Creek alone in Seaford at one time. And I mean, when I was working, there was 1 still across the creek, but there was only 2 operating when I was crabbing. So, you know, time always brings change.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah, when I was crabbing with my brother, we was up to Yacht River, you know, culling crabs with them. We used to sell Mr. Mills over there
yeah,
in Back Creek.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old people can't do it no more, and the young people ain't gonna do it.
Otis Mills and Cecil Mills, and yeah,
Yeah.
I got pictures of them.
Yeah, nice fellows, you know.
I got a list of deck boats that was working out of Back Creek in the 40s. There's 50 deck boats that was working out of Back Creek alone.
Yeah, I can tell you, what can I tell you? We've done a little bit of everything on the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we set a power net for VIMs up Yacht River.
Mm-hmm.
And we,
Young
I think
people
it was 20, I worked 23 years doing research work for VIMs,
Okay.
setting state gill net.
Mm-hmm.
young people don't know how to do that now.
No.
No.
You talking about pound net?
Huh.
I don't know how to set a pound net.
Well, I pretty much know how to set them, but I ain't never fished one.
No, I don't know how to set them. Not right. I got an idea, but not unless you should be.
Right.
Yeah, we haul sailing up there one night, and we was right there on Panama Bottom.
Uh-huh.
bit. And the VIMs was getting ready for to stick the power down. Well, when we come by, they waved for us, you know, and I went on side. He says, "Can you stop and
Lay off.
lay off for me?" I said, "Yeah, I'll lay off for you." I said, "Where'd you cross at?" He looked at me, just as fool. He says, "What?" I said, "Y'all have a good day."
You bring that across and lay off.
I got one. You nailed that on top of
On
the
the king pole.
Right,
Say
that's the first pole you stick.
Yeah, no.
Right.
You can sight it all in.
Yes. And I asked him, I said, "Where you cross at?" He looked at me, he said, "Huh?"
You do right there, you don't want no more part of
I said,
that.
"Y'all have a good day." So anyway, they got us stuck some kind of way.
Oh,
She was 37 foot on one side, 34 on the other.
Shoe squared up.
I hear that. Darn. Well, I can tell you when I was growing up, I thought they were round, because when you see them out in the water, they look like they're round.
Yeah.
But they're square.
Yeah.
You know, so I had to learn that part.
And back in the old days when they had them, they named them.
Yeah, sure.
I know my daddy, the ones that he set for Captain Ed Johnson, he
Oh.
had 3 of them.
Right.
One was named the Pepper,
Mm-hmm.
the Rainbow, and the John Peter.
I hear that.
Was the name of the 3 pounds they had.
So did y'all call them pound nets here working
No,
over here?
West.
I was gonna say, that's what I
West.
thought.
That's like I'm telling you about, in Matthews County, they call a skiff a bateau.
Yeah.
In Bull Island, they call a towback.
Exactly that.
In Guinea, she's a skiff.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, one's a bateau, the other one's a towback.
But it's all the same boat.
Same
All
boat.
the same boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a rare breed. Find a good bateau.
Huh.
Yes.
Ain't that something? So Steve, what was your favorite thing growing up?
Peeler pot.
Peeler pot.
Yeah, I still do it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, that was like, was it in the 90s or something when they started that?
Mm-hmm.
Something
See,
like that.
the guys up Alabama, they had done it in
For
Tanzania,
years,
had done it for years.
Oh, they had?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they done it for years, and then they finally caught on down here, you know.
Right.
Born in the valley showed me how to make the pot.
Scraping do that.
Huh?
Scraping too, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know they do a lot of scraping up there. They
I
still
caught
do that.
16,000 one day.
16,000.
16,000 people. But
Wow.
that was over 600 pots.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And did you shed all them?
No, I didn't say she had neither one of them. I mean, able to say
All you did was catch them.
I was
You let
catching
the
them.
words stay up
Yes,
all night with
I
them.
sold them to Billy Thomas.
Okay.
He had 42 floats behind his house on the old barn there. I put so many into them, they begin to crawl over, come in on the concrete.
They was working in shifts.
Yeah, when we were setting the shad nets up York River, Kenny would come in the spring, eagle pot.
Rolling right down the side.
He'd run right down the side of he'd run right down the side of the shad nets. And because see, a lot of them shad, you know, he'd go down there for something to row up.
And sometimes they cut them. They cut the fish and,
Yeah.
you know, the fish overboard and the eels would eat the fish.
Right. Well, somebody just caught 800-pound eel in James River.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. Said they're like $2 a pound or something right now.
Yeah, a friend of mine, he's eeling up York River. He's been doing very good at it.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Oh.
I didn't think nobody was eeling that.
The row boy,
Robert Rowe.
Rob Rowe.
I know him.
Yeah.
He's been doing good at it.
Was it setting inch by half?
I don't know though.
Half by. No, Rob said he's by. Yeah.
Well, look, some of them think that you can go out there for a couple hours in the morning and catch a couple bushels of oysters and that's it, you're done for the day. But tell them about your day as a waterman. You're getting up early, you go out there, then everything you gotta do when you get back. Tell them about it.
When we used to oyster, you know, I worked in James River some, but mostly we worked in Rappahannock. And
Well, no limit then was in.
No.
no, we worked up there, we worked 24-foot shafts.
Yeah.
Me and my brother-in-law and my son, he was colored for me. The first day of the season up there, pulling 24s now, we caught 72 bushels.
I hear you. Clean calls.
Clean big as your foot.
And we
Wow.
come in, he says, that's $7 a bushel.
But that was good money then.
Yeah, but you know,
I mean, when you tell people that today, they had $7 a bushel. But you could buy a lot of groceries with $7 in.
yeah, back then Pepsi Colas was 5 cents.
Right. And
Yeah.
you remember when the state had oyster grounds over on York Point and Pocosin River? Well, I went out there with my daddy with Tom in there. We were using 22s and 24s
Oh
there.
yeah,
So I'm working.
yeah. It's a long ways from your work, but it's,
Yeah. But look, when you crab potting, tell them, you get up in the morning, you out there spotlighting in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
You
Fishing.
can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, we're talking about back in the day.
we used to leave home at 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
go a crab.
I was done by 8 o'clock.
And you was fishing how many pots?
About 325.
Yeah. 325 pots.
I know they said over that. I know that was big for me, 325.
That was big reed back then.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had even
And that, you ain't got 600, boy, you're head crack.
I know it.
And again.
We were fishing anywhere from 150 to 200 is what we fished on
Yeah.
a normal basis. But look, after you fish them pots, you get in, sold the crabs.
Now put the crabs on the truck, that's all my own crab.
Oh, okay, all right.
I had to go to Richmond then. I went to Richmond, I
Yeah,
had about 10, 12 stores up there to deliver to.
right.
Me and my wife went. My wife met me at the crew.
So who's getting your bait for you?
The crew,
Yeah.
boy, work for me, he getting big.
And then someone's going home, start making crab pots. I'm
No,
just
I never did do that. I always bought the crab pot. I never did make no crab. I wasn't no time to make no crab pots when I was crab. I got back from Richmond, I was always looking for the big. Huh?
Mom with them used to make.
Yeah, my mom used to make. I made some in the winter time sometimes.
yeah.
On bad days, when
Right.
dredging and stuff.
But all I'm saying is, people think you tied the boat up, you're done for the day.
Yeah.
You ain't even got started.
You
yet.
got started.
You know what?
Yeah.
It was an all-day event.
Yes, sir.
It was part of your life, the way you lived.
Where was you born and raised at?
C4, York County.
George Owens, you know him?
Yeah, I know George Owens.
You was close to him, right?
Yeah, we worked beside each other, tied up
I know
beside
Johnny
each other.
Belvin.
Yeah, I know Johnny Belvin. I know the grandson, Johnny Belvin. I didn't know the old man, Big Daddy, Johnny Belvin. Johnny Belvin, Big Daddy, built my daddy's boat in the 50s.
You knew hot pockets in there.
Oh yeah, I knew how to pilot and herring and all,
Oh, yeah.
and all the riggings and
Yeah.
knew them all.
Johnny Belvin married my grandma's niece.
Okay.
She's kin to Charles Jr.'s wife, right? What was her name? Pearl? She was kin to her.
Yeah.
What was it, Ned Brown? No, Henry Brown. Henry Brown's corner right there, there's Henry Brown. Henry Brown and Grandma was, sister and brother.
I know Lisa Williams and Alice Belvin Owens and.
Yeah, that's, Roy's daughter.
They come from over there.
Yeah, she's over here now.
I know, yeah. See, I talk to her on here all the time.
Uh-huh,
You do any Facebook?
a little bit.
Yeah, you ever look at Workboat Life?
Yeah.
Well, this right here gonna be right on Workboat Life. Look, y'all, look, the first thing you do when you leave here, get you a Sharpie and put it in your pocket, because you're gonna need it. They're gonna be wanting your autograph now. They're gonna want you to sign the arm or anything, anything in sight. They're gonna want your autograph now. So look, who had the biggest catch? Y'all tell me what your big
I
catch
told you I
was.
had 100,000 one though.
Tell them about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we haul what we call the swash. It's a Guinea swash, you know. And we had 100,000 of crocus.
Man,
We were 7 days of getting them out.
were y'all bailing by hand?
No, starting it. We
Well, they actually bring 200 pounds out of whack.
we loaded we'd load the boat, you know, and bring them in and go back the next morning, get another load.
Yeah. But y'all was smiling too.
He went with us, come down one morning and got breakfast with us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
she
we
come
could
down.
breakfast right aboard the boat now.
Look,
Who's that? Who's that?
She come down one morning and she didn't.
you went out with them?
Sneak down there.
Come down.
Well,
Come
you
down.
need to come here. This is your chair right here.
Yeah, she come down and I cooked breakfast and
Yeah, he used to, he used to get a picture with him.
I hear that.
Yeah.
J.D. Moore, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
He had a preacher one morning, one Sunday morning at church. He told me, he said, KennyMan, I heard you're the man I need to go fishing with. I said, anytime you want to.
There you go.
He says, when can I go? I said, tomorrow morning. Where you want me to meet you at? I said, meet me at Marvin Crane's. All right. What time? I said, 5 o'clock. So we got down to the creek. We was fishing in 2 boats, you know, 2 skiffs. I was fishing by myself, and Steve and my son was together. I can see him now. I was going up the creek, you know, and he looked at me just as serious. He said, KennyMan, let me tell you something now. Don't you change your ways for J.D. Moore. He says, if you feel like you want to put a good cussing on the fish, you put it on it. I says, J.D., I can't cuss the fish. I says, that's my livelihood.
Yeah.
I says, if anything, I got to praise it.
Uh-huh. That's right. So everything turned out all right?
Oh, yes.
It poured down the rain, he made the raincoat on.
Yeah, and,
Did he ever go again? That's
no,
No.
no.
He just wanted to go down one time.
Go down one time.
See how it was
See
done.
how it was done.
That's it. So, y'all got any good crab dredging stories?
I can tell you about crab judging. Do you remember the time they had the 20-barrel limit?
Yeah, exactly. That's when I was working.
Right, yeah, a 20-barrel limit. I seen one morning, we went out. I think we made, we didn't make over 7, 8 licks. I mean, when they come up, they drudge us all at full.
Shove them right in the barrel.
8:15, we was going back for Hampton. That year, it was, the season come in the 1st of December.
Right.
It was sometime in February before we ever done it in Chesapeake Bay.
I hear that.
That's how quick you could get your limit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, when you go over there towards the high rise on that hard sandy bottom, you'd hit them over there,
Oh, yeah.
shove them right in the barrel.
Uh-huh.
You know what? That was something.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't never worked in the Back River Stone Pile, did you?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Look, that drudge would come up, you'd have a stone this big hung up in the drudge.
That was Porgy Evans' place.
And we'd have to start taking the bar loose just to get it out. It's so
Oh.
jammed up in there.
Porgy Evans would go there just for to catch the stone. So he could put them around your breakwater.
I hear that. And look, we're on a deck boat, so we got to roll them over the waist, over the roll.
Right.
I didn't care. Let her roll.
And I tell you another place I didn't care much for neither, was Old Point and the potato patch.
Yeah. Mm.
You catch that, them little thing, he looked just like a potato, you
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I know it.
But when them bags come up full of mussels, and you had to cull through them mussels for about 12 crabs, I'd had about enough of that. But I mean, you did it. But I was tired of that.
You remember the Sylvia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drove my brother Jackie, me and boy named James Scott was on there.
Mm.
He got dragged.
No, not that James.
Oh.
That's the country boy,
Okay.
KennyMan. Me and he we caught the limit, 30-bar limit in the muzzle, many a day.
Mm.
But we caught about a bushel of that.
Mm.
Quite fast you can pull them.
But that 20-barrel limit was nice.
Yeah, right. But a lot of times for us, I mean, I know you said for the first couple months, you know, y'all was in.
Yeah, it was sometime in December, sometime in February before we done it in Chesapeake Bay.
But most of the time dredging, it's dark when you leave and it's dark when you get back.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
And look, we'd all be in Hampton Creek, be fog so thick you couldn't see the bow still. And all this, oh man, we ain't going nowhere today.
Yeah,
You know? And if you were on a company boat, you got paid anyway, you know, because you was there ready to go to work. And I'm sure some of the others had that deal too. But so they're, and I'm saying, well, you just wait, you hang in there, you hold on. And either Purdy Green or Benjamin or somebody would fire up, and when they did, Daddy'd fire it up, and Purdy Green would take off out Hampton Creek, and Dad would be following him out.
later.
And you couldn't even see Purdy.
Uh-huh.
You know what?
What boat was he on? Bunny Hop.
Purdy Green, after you crack it.
If you was on Bunny Hop one time,
No, that was Billy Graham.
was it?
Billy Graham had the bunny hop, had pulling him on the side of the open mode.
Yeah.
That was Billy
I know,
Graham.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty green though.
Mm-mm. But we would go out on Thimble Shoals and work all day and hear the ships, and you could hear them running, you know, hear them coming by, and never see them, not the first time. And we would go all the way out there, drudge crabs all day, and come all the way back to that dock. And the only thing we saw all day long was that bag full coming over that roller all day. You couldn't see another thing.
We were down off of Lindhaven, the Ash Wednesday storm.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were dredging, and I think it was Paul Crockett.
You was a teenager then.
Paul Pruitt. No, I didn't see me. I just got married. I
Yeah.
was 20. Was one of the Pruitts called Benny and told him, he says, I'm here up here off of Tangier. He said, we got about 60 mile of wind up here. He says, you better be getting for Hampton as quick as you can. And he says, make sure you get hold of Oscar Setterholm. He was in the old Oysterman, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The old boat, he was in the old Costa. And he says, and tell him to get the Hampton.
Mm-hmm.
And the wind struck us just before we got to Old Point.
Mm.
Well, anyway, we come in and got tied up. And boy, it was blowing. So we went uptown, you know, after. When we come back, most of the time you could step off the dock right on the boat. The tide was so high, you had to put your foot up on the waist of the boat and get hold of the stay bar and pull yourself up. You know.
Yeah.
Was it ice on the ground during that storm? Before the tide
It was
came?
in March.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Ash
snow
Wednesday
was something on the ground. I remember going to the store and the ice was, snow was floating in the water.
But I can tell you, that was a freezer wind.
Mm-hmm.
And if it hadn't been for Crockett, for Pruitt, nobody didn't know that was coming, see?
Yeah.
That was about the same depth as the Hazel, right?
Uh-huh.
And the storm, that storm was.
That was one good thing about that radio.
Absolutely.
But look, you go out there and you hit your little spot, and you try to tell your buddy, give him a hint.
Uh-huh.
That radio would it would work another way then, wouldn't it? You try to have some code word or something for him.
Yeah.
But people figure that out real quick, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
As soon as they heard that, you look boats coming from every direction hard as they could run. And then the whole fleet, side by side. I tell everybody, you could almost jump boat to boat.
We left out one morning, we got just down below, Little Creek. Benny says,
Benny
throw him overboard.
Who's Benny? Who's Benny Weed?
Benny Weed, old man Benny. He says, throw him overboard. He threw it, I thought we threw the drudge overboard. He threw but one drudge. And he pulled that, oh, I don't know, not very far. He pulled it back up. She had about a barrel of crabs into it. He said, that's good, that's all I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
He put fire to it. We went on down to Cape Henry. And I reckon it was about 2 weeks later,
No bad.
one morning, he says, I said, you ready to go, Biggie? No, he said, hold fast, lay fast. Let everybody else keep going. So everybody else left out, you know, and Benjamin, his boy, was there. And I think it was in Oscar. It was about 3 or 4 boats held back. He said, we're going to our hot spot this morning. We went there, man, we were all getting there. Everybody else brought to the dog.
Yeah.
How about Clarence? Was he around there? Clarence,
Clarence Jordan. Yeah,
yeah.
he was there.
So him and Benny were buddies.
Oh, yeah, I tell you, about 4 or 5 boats was always there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see the first lick we made, boy, they was there, you know. And old man Benny, he went by Benjamin like a shit. He says, keep your mouth to.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What's the name of his book? Clarence.
Florence Marie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Y'all ain't never going to restricted area, did you?
Yeah, I did one day. 300 in there.
Uh-huh.
There was 300 in there one day.
Yeah, I know it. The whole fleet was in there one day, and all of a sudden we looked around Old Point, here it comes. Had the cold to it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
speedboat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were going to get that one last lick in, and everybody pulling them in, hauling out of there, you know. And right about that time, we hit a hang, man, and we turned every which way, everything, trying everything we could. He was coming down on us quick, and at the last second, she popped loose, and he was pulling her in, and he threw her on the deck and took off out there wide open. We just in a nick of time got out of there before he could board us. But that was a close one there. But so,
Yeah, hung him up.
yeah, hung up right there. I thought, oh my goodness, it was a nice time to be hung up. But,
Yeah.
And then if it's blowing, you work in Hampton Roads, you load up on clams.
Yeah, maybe clams now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you went inside,
Mm,
you know, to Norfolk side.
yeah,
Yeah.
but there was some hangs in there too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know a whole lot of mornings, a whole lot of times, you know, when it was blowing real heavy. And too bad to go outside. Benny would say, let's go get us a clam chowder.
Yeah.
You go there, you pull about, pull your dredges a couple of 3 times. Well, you could catch 800 or 900.
Well, you can't catch a crab bottle.
And every one of them was about the same size.
Yeah. Did y'all ever eat any conch?
No, never did.
I made conch chowder on the drudge boat when I was out there. That was good.
I tried it one day.
Yeah. Ain't no but one long piece of meat.
It's tough to beat.
It is a little
It is-
tough.
it
You
is
got to cut it
chewy,
small
though.
pieces.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Yeah, I've tried it before. I didn't think all that much of it.
Right.
Yeah, we,
You say you with what on Facebook? Where you on?
You what now?
Hey, Boots again?
What boat was on?
Yeah, you on Facebook, you.
Oh yeah, Facebook. Workboat life.
What, right, oh,
Yeah. Mm.
I've got white boots.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
White boots again, that's,
Yeah.
who is that? That's,
I ain't sure who runs that group, But I mean, I'm a member of it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right there.
Yeah.
This pot Jim's old boat or something.
Yeah.
Huh?
Give 'em back.
Yeah.
Well, look, y'all got any words of wisdom for these young bucks out here trying to make a living and
They're doing all right, seems
They're
like.
doing all right.
Yeah, Joey's got most of it.
They'll catch on pretty quick. They don't take no rocket science.
yeah, that's true.
They can't.
Yeah.
They catch on pretty quick.
Yeah, it don't take you long to figure it out, that's for sure.
But you take,
That's workboat life.
I have to type it in. You type it in, it'll come up.
Yeah, it'll come up.
I had it on there before, but if you keep typing stuff in, get too many on there, one of them will go off. They keep going
right.
off.
That's right.
It's like a GPS. If you keep putting too many addresses in there, they'll go off. Some of them will go off.
Right,
And you add another one that you get loaded up, it'll go off.
right.
most of them these days, he makes $100 a day. He said, well, I make 100 tomorrow, you know.
Yeah.
And he tried to throw that 100
He
away.
spent that 100 that night.
See, I tell all of them, you better know how to manage money.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. And you gotta be self-motivated. If you ain't the one saying, come on, let's go, you know, if you're the one in the bed saying, oh, I ain't getting up yet, you better get up. You better be ready to get up if you're gonna make a living on the water.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't think I'm going today. Well,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna make it. So,
No, it's.
well,
Yeah, I got up a minute on, I didn't want to get up, but I got up when anyway.
but look, did you have some babies?
Oh, yeah.
See, you knew you wanted to feed them babies, you know, keep the house warm and all that, so you went out and did what you needed to do. That's right. But see, something else that people don't understand is today you work a job and you make money to try to buy everything you need. Well, back then you worked to live. You know, you had your own garden growing, you know, you
Raised
chopped your
your
own firewood,
Raise your own hogs,
raised your own hogs.
chickens,
Yeah.
everything, you know.
Y'all might get together and
Salt you some fish up for the winter.
Yeah, sure.
I think that was better than it is now.
Sure, I do too. Yeah. When you're busy doing all that, you're active, and you ain't sitting home and on the recliner watching television and eating ice cream. You know, you out there working to live, and that's why people they say, "Boy, they had a lot of children then, didn't they?" Yeah, you had your own workforce. You know, everybody had a job to do.
Yeah.
So I mean, people don't understand that now because it's so different. But
Yeah.
We had 9, and I think y'all had 7, 8, yeah.
It was
We
8
had
or
9.
yeah, my dad was one of 7. So, but my great grandfather, the first Holston to go to Fox Hill, he had 26 children with 2 wives. He had one wife, had 13 with her, and then he got married again and had another 13, 26 kids. But that was like in the 1800s into the turn of the century.
Mm-hmm.
So things were different then, but, you know. So, what's your fondest memory from growing up here? What, you know.
Being loved.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's
Being
right.
loved, you know, my family, my daddy worked, down Back River and stuff, you know.
Hmm.
And, back then you didn't make no big money working. If you make, I think he got $50 a week,
Hmm.
you know,
Right.
but you never did go hungry.
Exactly.
It was always food on the table,
Yep.
you know.
Hmm.
And,
I've come home, my grandma have a pot of dandelions cooked. You know it? I mean, you picked what grew
You
and ate it. and-
you eat what was put on the table.
That's right.
But now you take you put it on the table. I don't want that.
You know, kind of knows of it.
Back then, when they put it on the table, you didn't say, I don't want that.
If you didn't want that, what happened? You left the table. You
At the
didn't-
table, most times it did knock you from the table.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right. Back then, you could
Yeah.
and I can tell you another thing. Ever since I knowed my daddy, I don't care if the table was set and we were eating and a stranger come to the door, Don't care who you was or what color you was, when you come through the door, the first thing he'd tell you, come on, darling, get something to eat.
Yes.
Right.
You know,
A place was at the end.
yes,
Yeah.
sir. You know, that's the way it was.
And look,
Yeah.
y'all know that Guinea at times has had a reputation for being a rough place.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, we would come over here all the time. We were coming from Seaford. We were outsiders coming in, getting bait and everything. We worked together out there beside each other and everything. And I can tell you, everybody over here was fine as kind, nice as they could be, give you their shirt right off their back if you need it, you know?
Yes.
I mean, I had nothing but great experiences over here.
No, sir, I tell you, like I tell you, you didn't go hungry and you were loved, you know.
Yeah, and look, today, doing workboat life and everything, I'm gonna say this on here because I don't care. Doing workboat life, I had people come to me all the time wanting to drag race into it. You know, wanting to highlight one race over another and all. You know what I tell them? I say, you know, you go somewhere else because you ain't getting that from me. Because I don't care what color you were. If you was a waterman, you was a waterman. And we all worked on the boats together.
That's right.
And got along great together, and it won't no problem. You
The
know?
Bible says from one blood sprung all nations.
That's right.
You know.
We worked right behind the guy, best friends in the world. because
Yes,
of it.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
When we
Yes,
left,
sir.
when we left Havana on a Friday evening, them black fellas up there would tell us, he said, don't worry about your
Don't worry
boat.
about
He
your boat.
said, we'll take care of it.
Yes, sir.
And they did too.
Well, see, back then, you didn't have no electric pumps to pump them out with.
yeah.
Old hand built.
Old hand
No hand pump, and I can tell you right now, when we left there on a Friday evening, if it had a heavy rain, you didn't have to go there to look at them.
No.
They'd pump them out for you.
That's
Right.
Yes, indeed, I tell you.
Yeah. But some people trying to make it different than
Yeah,
we
well,
did,
that's-
you know, and I stand against that because I know that ain't true.
No.
I'm gonna tell you what I know to be true, you know? So, but I do wanna tell y'all how much I appreciate it, you know, how kind everybody was and treated you nice. Benny Belvin, he was a good man, you know? You come over and needing bait, he'd hook you up, fix you up, you know, make sure you had what you needed.
We come in one morning and we had a boatload of fish. And this black lady and her husband, they come down on the dock down there, you know, she looked at me, she says, Mister, can I buy a mess of fish? I says, no ma'am. I can't buy no fish. I says, no, but I'll give you all you want.
Uh-huh.
She says, you give them to me? I said, yes. I said, what you got to put them in? She says, I got a cooler there.
That was a tub.
No, that was up York Road.
That's what I thought
No,
you meant.
no, I was talking about
Oh,
Holston.
okay, yeah.
So she, I went and got her cooler and I pulled it over there and I put ice in the bottom of it. I know I put much as 40 pounds into it. A spot and crumbles and stuff. Put ice on top of them. She says, you sure I can't pay you? I said, no ma'am, you can't pay me. She says, I know one thing, the Lord's gonna bless you tonight.
Yeah.
We went that night, we caught 2 boatloads.
Yeah, see? Hey, look, you carry them over, put them in the car for them too, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
And you know, and another day we was up York River there, and
They were coming in, yeah.
old fella come down there with he got in the car, he had a cane.
You could hardly
He could hardly walk down on the dock.
Yeah.
He says, can I buy a shad? I said, look at him, I says, no. I says, how about me if I give you some? You give them to me. I said, yeah. I said, what you got to put them in? He says, I got a tub. So I told somebody, I said, you didn't get that tub.
Me and Tony went and got it.
Yeah,
Tony went and got the tub brought.
Yeah.
Tony went and got the tub. We filled the tub full.
We love the tub on.
Went and put them in the trunk of his car for him. I said, now when you go home, give your neighbors all they want to eat.
Yeah.
He said, I'll do that.
When the shed in, what was
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
okay, the bottom shad.
Yeah.
I told him, me and Steve caught 5,600 pounds one day.
Yeah. Just the rose.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, you take some shad roe, scramble it with some eggs in the morning, or fried shad roe, ain't nothing no better than that. But you don't see no more of that, no.
No, I tell you.
No.
Well, I don't know how long y'all got to tell us some stories. I don't know if you got anything, you know, that you want to put out there, but I mean, we've been going for a while, so I mean, you know, y'all got something else you want
No, I don't think, it's,
to, Steve, tell me something. Tell me one of your stories.
I was thinking about it one while ago, but it popped out of my mind right now. Oh,
Steve is a powerful net man.
yeah.
All right. Look, I started going on here saying I need a funnel for £1 and everybody said, "You just talk to Steve."
Yeah, he's nothing to me.
They said he's the one that made them for everybody.
Yeah.
I said, well, so I need to talk to Steve. And what I do, I got Alice come over here and tell
That's
you.
right.
I got her to give you my number.
Right, yeah.
My mama used to make wares for John Hayward and John Guinea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make the hedging and
Bays and
bays.
bays and stuff,
Yeah.
Used to nut them at home in the wintertime.
Cotton.
I hear
They'd
that.
bring 5 pound of the twine would come in 5 pound hanks.
They make the net itself.
Yeah.
No, you make the,
Yeah,
the
oh,
running
yeah.
net.
Yeah.
The running
Yeah.
net.
They get the string, the twine in the hanks, and me and my sister would ball it up
You take the,
and fill the needles up.
take the,
Yeah.
every
Mama,
night,
you know what I
you
mean?
take that 5 pound hank, you tell the child, one of the children says, come here. You run your arms into it, hold it on your arm
Yeah,
like this
right,
here,
they put it
and
in
they
a
would
ball.
take it and put it in a ball,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They had a cue, you'd make you,
Make the size of
Mama
that.
had,
the
Mama had a
if it was
a
5 inch
narrow one
mesh,
and
if it was a 5 inch mesh, the
6-inch
cue was
one.
2.5
with
inches.
that long
Okay.
You know,
cue board,
Yeah.
and she started on a nail on the door face.
That's right.
yeah. Yeah, you start that edge, like you say, drive a nail in the door face and it started there, you
Yeah,
know.
had a 20-penny nail stuck in the door face.
I had a thing going at school about that one time. I was in the 5th grade at school,
Yeah.
and I started doing it in school.
Uh-huh.
And J.C. West, he got hung on that. That's how I got him going in fishing gill nets.
I hear
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I kept a bowl of string to school every morning, and when I get that bowl of string done, I would quit.
Yeah.
That was like a class I had going in school.
Right.
When I got through, ended up with it, I had enough to hang 300 feet
Wow.
of net.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 25 markers deep, 3-inch marks.
My goodness. You took advantage of that. Then you killing 2 birds with one
That's
stone.
right.
Them
I
ones.
just love to do it, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I take
They
advantage
used
of
to
it.
make the bays and the hedging, you know,
Yeah.
the women.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear them, they pop that quartet.
Yeah, that was snap pops in the stage people were burning.
I
But
get
that was cotton rope, Mama.
Yeah, cotton, that's what they use. What was the thing? No,
Now they use monofilament though.
it.
yeah.
Right.
Plastic
Yeah.
rope or
I got 4 pound heads to make for that guy over at Glen Haven. Brand new ones.
Right.
And he's gonna make them out of plastic
Oh, yeah.
twine. Yeah.
Have you made any out of that?
No.
Well, that's
Well, I
pretty
can
good.
make it.
Look, see, there we go. Kind of bringing change again.
That's right.
you can make the head and everything.
Make the
What's
whole
the
head.
head an inch?
Inch mark, yeah. Well, most of them 1.25 inches.
But look, you talk about your mama's doing everything. I bet you they was right when they done them
So
too.
got that way. Every match was the same size too.
You couldn't get the mesh wrong because that cue would,
That piece of wood.
Yeah.
that piece of wood would tell you what it was.
I
Yeah.
remember
And
John
you
Hayward.
get-
How about
You
that?
did so many meshes on that, then you shoved them off and start over
It's
again.
all over.
Right. Okay. I hear
And
that.
you take all the meshes off except one.
Start over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Big Island? Any of y'all go over there much? Or?
I've been on there one time.
I've been to Big Island one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember I was about 7, 8 years old. There was plenty of figs on there. Yeah, we should shoot them in the slingshot.
I hear
Green ones, they were that big, you know.
that. Uh,
Yeah, and that fig bush on there.
Yeah.
man, my grandma used to make the best fig preserves.
Yeah, my sister can make it do.
Oh,
Yeah.
She'd make pickles every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, look, women were canning.
Yeah.
Every
yeah,
year you
yeah.
can put up for the winter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, KennyMan told me a while ago about the hogs. The last year we killed 7.
Uh-huh.
The smallest one weighed about 275, the biggest one weighed over 500.
Look, you can the meat too.
No, we didn't can no meat, we
No.
salted all that meat.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Yeah.
people did can
Yeah.
meat too.
Oh, you used
Yeah.
to can the sausage and stuff too.
Yeah.
You used to put sausage in quart jars.
Right.
Yeah, Mama would tell me in the morning, across the hen, I'll take the night, go get us some sausage.
Yeah.
We'd have it hung over top the rafters in the smokehouse.
Yeah.
I'd knock all a big chunk out, that meat sausage.
Yeah, right. And we would always have at least 2 tins of salt and spice.
Oh, yeah, we sold 3 or 4 tins a year.
And one year, my neighbor, he knew somebody that had built this smoker. You know, back then, we didn't do much smoking or nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, people used smokehouses, but he had a little smoker built. And we brought home a bunch of bluefish. And we tailored blues, you know, we slabbed them off, filleted them, and smoked them bluefish. And I tell you what, that was good.
KennyMan loves bluefish.
That was
Oh,
good.
I like the only bluefish. It's
Go on.
strong, I mean.
Look, you get the
Any
little
grease in
tailored
it, do it.
blues.
Yeah, he's all, he's like a jumper mother.
Them little Taylor blues is all white meat.
Right,
Ain't no
yeah.
dark vein in it at all.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Bobby,
I take my son a big piece of,
Tell them to jump a mullet down there. Tell them to jump a mullet down there. That won't do.
oh yeah, they're bone dry then, ain't
Yeah.
they? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, who would wake me, I like to fish is codfish.
All right.
I work on the codfish.
Who makes the best clam chowder?
Yeah.
It's clam chowder. I think anybody can make clam chowder. Ain't much to it. Potato soup and clams, all in some onion in it.
Well, it can be made a little.
You gotta have good clams.
Yeah.
You gotta have good
Yeah,
clams.
you gotta have good fat clams.
All right. Who makes the best crab cake then?
I don't know.
I don't think the crab cake.
I thought somebody around
Let
here.
me
My
tell
crab
you,
cake,
let me
all I
tell
think I
you.
eat.
If you want a good cake, get you a rockfish.
Yeah, and stuff it with crab meat.
No. Take you some rockfish
Yeah.
Take the meat.
and take your red meat out of it.
Right.
If you
Boil
want-
that air and take it and
Flake it out.
flake it out and use it just like you would for the crab, but use the rockfish and you can't tell the difference into it.
You will not tell the difference in the
No,
taste.
that you can't.
Well, if
His boy can make the best one in the world.
wow.
I
Yes.
can tell you this.
I'm gonna try that.
Yes, sir.
Don't
See,
you worry.
y'all done
You
learned me
you
something.
cannot tell the difference into it.
Yes, sir.
Look, my dad used to always tell me, I'm gonna learn you something. Yeah, he's gonna
Huh?
teach me something. Come here, son, I'm gonna learn you something. So y'all just learn me something.
Yes,
I
sir.
can tell you, he's hard to beat.
He's hard to beat
Take
too, bro.
take that red meat out of
And
it.
bigger the rock is, the better it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, I take and I generally boil me a pan full and take it and fix it up, put the same ingredients into it as you would a crab
Put
cake.
crab, right, put crab meat.
Were you there for the parade?
Yeah, I was here.
You the one I talked to when you come to that door there. Don't remember if you're the same person.
Did we talk?
Did I
that
speak to
day?
you? That,
I
you
believe
said
it. Yeah.
you was coming in the door there?
Yeah.
Okay, you the same person.
Huh?
You were the same person?
Yeah, that was me. I
Okay.
sat out here and videoed the whole
Oh,
parade.
okay, right, yeah, I know. Yeah, you told me your name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I got it, yeah.
That's right. That's it. Then I went over there and videoed the pipe pulling and anchor throwing and buoy throwing. Walked through there and showed what you had. It's hammer, pipes, and you know, yeah. I said we need to video all this. So then you captured all of it. So now the Guinea Heritage Association has it. And I guess Jubilee Group have it, and everybody. So I mean, that's what it's all about. People ask me all the time, "Oh, can I share something?" I said, "Look, everything I put on here is shareable.
All three of us,
Every bit of it shareable."
all three of us has been grand marshals.
I hear that. Yeah, that's good.
You talk to different people, you hear different stories, you know?
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Well, you get it all together.
Yep, that's right. All right. Well, any last words? Good joke.
Drive safe.
I hear that.
Keep between the ditches.
Yeah.
Be careful, a lot of crazy people here going.
It sure is.
Yeah.
You better believe that. Mm-hmm.
Some people now just will kill you, look at you, but
Mm-hmm.
shoot you, but nothing.
Yeah.
They're shooting the cops.
Uh-huh.
So, I was talking to Jeremy today.
Was you?
Yeah. So ain't you his daddy?
Mm-hmm.
I knew you was. So I met you at Jamie Jenkins' wedding, I think. When Jamie Jenkins got married, down at Crown, when they had the reception or whatever after the wedding, Y'all was there, and that's when I met you the first time.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
You said I was there, no, I don't remember.
You were
Kenny
there.
said, you said I was there.
You said I was there, but I don't remember being at Jamie's wedding, no, I don't. Now,
Well-
Crown Point Marina, you talking
Yeah,
about?
it was his reception after the ceremony. We all went and crowned.
Yeah, that guy's gone now,
Oh, is
Rob.
it?
you know Rob, the owner, did you know?
I didn't really know him, but he
He's a
ain't.
nice guy.
He's
a
not
nice
there
guy.
anymore, Kenny?
No, he
No,
gone.
he sold it.
He sold it.
Going back to Connecticut.
Yeah, I called him the same day he was leaving, same day he was leaving, he was on 95 going that way.
He's bad at that.
Mhm. I hear that. But I was inviting Jeremy and Trevor to come over to Yorktown on the 12th, November 12th, when we're doing the big maritime weekend. We had boats on the dock. He said, yeah, he's pretty sure he'll be in the area. If they can, he'll come on across there.
Right,
So y'all should come over there. It's gonna be a good time.
right.
But, Jerry, we appreciate you, doing all the videoing. We thank the Heritage Association and, we thank you all, each one of y'all for being here, taking your time out to come here and sit down and talk with us. I mean, it's important.
Yeah.
People love to be able to sit back and watch and hear the stories and, just try to remember it. When you talk about your memories, it's sparking a whole lot of memories in the ones that's watching it,
Yeah.
Like I was telling you a while ago, when I used to go down back to Fox Hill with my dad.
Yeah.
We'd go down on Monday mornings and we'd go off and they'd fish the pound nets. When they came back in, they always take the cook and he would get in the little skiff and he'd go to the shore and they'd go put the fish out and they would get back in about 12 o'clock. And when he got there, he used to have for a table, they had a cable reel,
Yeah.
It will be cavalry.
and had the tea and stuff. You used to get peaches, Kenny, in the cold cans. They'd save the cans for drink tea out. And they had a big aluminum pan like this, man. And they'd bring the ice and stuff, when they come, and put the ice right in that tea. You take your big cans,
Scoop
big
up
cans,
Scoop right there.
and boy, they had fried fish and cornbread or whatever, biscuits or whatever. Plenty of black molasses and stuff,
Butter.
and always had a pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to have some kind of a pudding,
Something
for
sweet.
your dessert.
Yeah.
They knew they had to feed you good.
And then after dinner, the dad and them would go out there and work on nets and stuff till about 4:30. The cook, he'd have supper ready. Then after you eat your supper and stuff, everybody would get ready to go out to the drugstore at the fire, outside the firehouse. And like I was telling you, they would play checkers out there. It would take 2 nights to play one game of checkers, okay? I can see them now, they sit there like that there, and
Look at that bull.
look at that board.
Study that bull.
After a while, he says,
Move him over one
then the other one, he's sitting over there doing that there,
Same thing.
Same thing. And then they'd play, as long as they could. Leave it alone, they said. We'll finish it tomorrow night. Next night they come out and them two, whoever was playing, would go right back there, and finish that game.
Yeah.
That little building for the firehouse is still standing.
Is it?
Yeah.
And the drugstore was right on the side of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, I just did a big story on Burton's at the boat harbor.
Uh-huh.
And they used to play dominoes in there a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Emery and Jennings and all that.
Yeah.
Burton boys,
Yeah. I got a big write-up on Jennings and his daddy. His daddy was one
Carol.
step.
Carol Burton.
Yeah.
The old man was named Carol.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he passed, Leonard, Jennings' brother
Right.
Leonard took the store.
Took the
running
store.
it. Mhm.
Jenny's had a little cafe there.
Yeah, they did add a little cafe.
Me and my brother used to buy diesel fuel there. You get hamburgers there, hamburgers.
Yeah.
They were pretty good hamburgers. I remember them hamburgers.
Oh boy. And I did a story on Pete Drummond's.
Uh-huh.
He was next door. So,
Yeah, Pete, he used to run freight to ships off there.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, you know, they were good times. And look, and I always put this in there. Today they try to call them buy boats, and that's fine. You can call them buy boats. What would they call them in your day? They call them buy boats.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because everybody called them market boats.
No, buy boats.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, see, now we're talking about like Matthews has a bad toe,
Right?
and y'all got a toe bat, and over there's a skiff.
See, and you take, when you used to Holston and James River, back then, you know, when I see high 72 buy boats
Yeah,
on the first day out there.
yeah.
Horses weren't working it.
Yeah.
All them got loaded.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
it was a week
No.
No.
Look,
I know, I see
for each woman, but
I see the old Delphine. He'd run 2 loads a day.
yeah.
But she could carry over 1,000 bushels. They'd load her down, he'd go to Hampton Bar and plant and come on back and get another load.
oh, okay.
Bozo JC, he said that he had shoveled off 2 loads a day many a time. Cause he used to get $10 a day. They would do 1 load, and then they started doing 2 loads. You'd get $20 a day.
Yeah, but you take, most of the time, well, when I was coming along, when they started off, you get 50 cents a bushel like today, you know. They was 50 cents for a couple of days, and then the next morning, the next day, you look, one would come up, he'd be flying a flag, you know.
It went up 10.
Went up 10 cent or 15 cent, you know. And
Right.
yeah,
Look.
first thing you know, everybody had the flags up. So
Yeah. Put 'em up.
in about 3 or 4 days, you take your flags down, and then about a week would go by,
Flags come down.
flags go up again.
Hey, look, they'd be tipping you too, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But when there was that many market boats there, they're telling me that there was as many as 500 boats out there tonguing.
It was.
Had to be, bro.
Yeah.
And they said that they were so tight that you'd have to take your foot and push the other guy off so you could bring the tongs around and dump
Yeah.
on the color board.
And 95% of every boat the first day would be on wreck shoulders.
Yeah.
I seen him in Deep Creek 25 wide in there. Top.
Yeah. Yeah, I got pictures of that. I'll show you.
They cross from one side of the creek to the other.
Yeah, that's right. And when you see the picture like that, all of them's got, I call it the locker, the lower cabin. They ain't got no top cabin on.
Yeah.
Most of them didn't even have a top cabin then.
Yeah.
Did you stay on the boat down there all week sometimes?
Yeah, we stayed in Warwick. The first time I went to James River, I worked with Jesse West,
Yeah.
and we tied up in Warwick
Okay.
at a stake.
You weren't on Nails Creek, were you?
No, that was Creek as far down.
Most of the boats had a cabin, never had a pilot house.
And had
Yeah, they had the lower cabin.
Yeah,
They had
and
the top
pilot house
cabin.
up there. Yeah.
and where Betty Wilson's old dock was at, it was an artesian well there
Oh,
with the pipe coming out the water, you know.
wow.
And you
You could pull up to it with the boat?
Yeah, run right up to the pipe and with your bucket and get your drinking
Bucket of
water.
water. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like an island.
I
Yeah,
hear that.
it was artesian well there. The
Yeah.
pipe was used to be where he's had his store at.
Well, that was great.
See, he had a store up in the water,
Okay.
you know.
When we was dredging, we had the old wooden water barrel back there.
Oh yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's what Jimpoo Road.
We had Sylvia and Ivy and all them had that.
Okay, so Jimpoo Road and Tucker and Pot Jim was together dredging, you know. And Jimpoo told Tucker that day, says, Tucker says, cook a pound of lima beans. So anyway, every time Pot Jim would go back to the stern, Tucker would tell him, says, Pot Jim, put some water in the beans.
You must have boiled them heavy.
So when he got, when dinner time come, you know, Tucker went up to take the wheel for Jimpoo to come and eat his dinner.
Well, they had the other one.
So Jimpoo sat down, you know, and he tried to get the bean, he'd take the spoon like the shin, try to catch a bean, you know, so much water in it.
I thought he didn't boil them all to pieces.
He says, Tucker, any more water in the barn?
He put it all in the bean.
Put it all in the bean. Yeah, said Jim put the pots in, said Jim Poo would take your spoon like you should try to take our meat.
Yeah, I remember Jim Boo, but I don't remember him working on the water. He's missing that road,
Yeah,
Yeah, that
and
really-
he used to, he trawled too.
See, y'all was older than I am. 5 to 6 years is a long time back then. There's a whole lot happening in 5 to 6 years.
Yeah, Ken, how old are you?
75.
75, I'm 83.
I know. You're 78 years old like you are.
Yeah.
How old
Steve
you,
is about 78. See?
You said it ain't my birthday.
I hear that. When's your birthday?
March.
Okay.
Mine is March.
Mine is too. Mine's in March.
Oh, look at that. That's something, man.
Mine's the 29th of March.
March the 31st.
Mine is the
Look at that.
Who's yours? Not.
ninth.
Oh.
And I had two brothers, both of them worked on the water, both of them was the 4th day of April.
Wow.
One was born on the other one's birthday.
Yeah. Ain't that something? And that was right there the next month. You know, just a couple, like a week later after you. Or you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you never went on Nels Creek and got visited by her?
No. No, I think that was all a hoax anyway.
I don't know. Some of them swear.
Really,
by it.
yeah, they swear by it. Yes, it's nailed. If you're there, knock on the cabin.
They said however many knocks it was tell you how many matches was in your matchbox. They said they'd open it up and count, and that's exactly what was in there.
Nels Creek. Lord.
We just put a post on here about Nels Creek.
You did?
Yeah, they did a video talking about it a couple years ago, so they put it on here for people to see it. So, all right, well, you know, like I said, we've been going at this for a while, and you know, I've really enjoyed talking with you. And if we don't try to wrap this up, she gonna be thinking about what she gonna do for breakfast.
She can fall asleep sitting there listening up.
You got something in here for breakfast? You might talk all night.
No.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, we
Yes,
enjoyed it.
yes,
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, good talking with you.
How old are you?
I'm 61.
You're a young man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So done. All right.
Hey, Bob.
All right.
So